Welcome,
Welcome.
everybody, to the fifth episode of the Spotter Stand. I'm your host, Ryan, with
Echo.
and a little bit late today. Understandable. We had some prior engagements that we had to take care of, but we are back with you after the Las Vegas weekend, which, as you can see, the fan over here, I'm sure he's pretty happy this weekend after the results of that race. I'm a little jealous of that race, unfortunately. But honestly, overall, nothing too exciting in the race. It was like you said earlier, that was the most typical race.
Straightforward,
Most straightforward.
Wow.
Nothing too egregious by anybody other than Ricky Stenhouse, maybe. We'll get into that. We'll get into that.
Suarez and
Suarez and Chastain after the race too. Which I've tried figuring out.
I don't know. I looked at the replay and I was like, was there really anything?
We'll get into that too, but yeah. So first, qualifying this weekend was, of course, we expected Gibbs to be good here.
Yep.
We expected 2311 to be solid here. We expected Hendrick to maybe we didn't know where they were going to be with the new body and everything, and we didn't know if it was going to show up here or not because they didn't really have the results at Phoenix that they wanted. So we didn't know if that was just a Phoenix thing, or if it was, which Hendrick has always struggled at Phoenix. They've never been one of the they've probably third out of the top three teams there. But so we weren't sure, but they even showed up too. In qualifying, I can't wait. Hamlin got the Bell got the pole. Bell got the pole. Hamlin got second. So they had three of the top four, right? Because Gibbs started fourth. I want to say
Gibbs started third.
Did he start? We'll look. We'll pull it up right here.
He started third.
So they had first, second, and third. And then Briscoe unfortunately started 18th, but that was because he was the first car out on the track. Everyone, if you don't know anything much about qualifying, the earlier you go out, the worse. They just finished practice. The track is hot. There's a lot of rubber laid down and everything, and so you go out there by yourself. The first one, it hasn't had a chance to really kind of cool off.
Yeah,
everyone's testing lines and everything, so all the rubber gets pushed up to maybe even the qualifying line. And so the first couple cars up there, 5 to 10 cars maybe, are just pushing those marbles, pushing that rubber out of the way for everybody else. So if you go out early, you're gonna probably have a bad time. At least more than not. I think last week at Phoenix, Briscoe was even talking about on the Gluckcast, if you watch that. It's a new podcast that Jeff Gluck does on top of the teardown. But Chase Briscoe is usually a featured guest on it, and so he was talking about how last week at Phoenix kind of the same thing happened. He went out early, didn't expect to have a good qualifying, but then Austin Cindric went out right after him and got fourth. So you can have good runs. Your car just has to be really good.
And even in that race last week, Chase's car was.
Briscoe was running third when his tire went down. He would have. He's had speed. He's just been very unlucky.
Thank you.
And hasn't executed. Flat tire, yes, it's partially execution, partially setup. Because yes, you can drive the car differently to where you're saving tires more, so that they don't go flat as often as they do. But with it happening for him in the second stage, they were probably just testing out new things, and we're like, okay, we'll drop the air pressure a little bit, see how it goes, and then boom. They didn't have a chance to be like, no, we can't do that again. Let's put it back up. They unfortunately lost at the first one, but with this week,
top 10 though.
He drove back. The Gibbs cars could not cannot help themselves today.
Thank you. They all
3 of the 4 got speeding penalties on pit road. The only one that didn't was Christopher Bell, which Bell has just been as perfectly executing every single race as you possibly can so far
without winning.
He has had no mistakes. I mean, I can't remember what happened at Daytona. I think he might have just been caught up in one of the wrecks.
I think he was caught up in a wreck.
But
I think he was caught up in a wreck, and then at Atlanta,
he got Hosevard.
Yeah.
He got Hosevard.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought
he was the one that got
Denny's stuff too. But
no, Hosevard went through the middle, and Bell got
turned
into the outside. Yeah, he tried to shoot.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Bell got Hosevard in week 2. Then he finished third in week 3 with driving back to the field at Coda, and then Phoenix. Of course, he had probably the fastest car. Was running down Blaney at the end, just couldn't get enough. And then this week, I don't think he had the fastest car.
I don't think he had the fastest car.
I don't know if it was the adjustments that they made during the race that just didn't pay off for him. He had the fastest car on the first stage. I mean, he fell back a little bit and then just ran Denny down. Yeah. Ran Denny down and passed him with ease to win the stage. So he definitely had a fast car early on.
He had a fast car early on, but you're right. I don't know if it was because even on the long run speed, he was just getting.
Well, it was really he had the long run speed in the first stage and then just didn't have it again. So like I said, I don't know if the track changed and they didn't keep up with it, or if they just made some adjustments to try and account for the maybe tried to get faster on the short run and then ruin the long run. I don't know, the ones that did make the right adjustments during the race, Hendrick. I mean, they were not nowhere to be found in that first stage, but they were just riding along and didn't really look like they had too much for the Gibbs cars, who were. I mean, Ty Gibbs finished third in the stage. I think it was Gibbs 1, 2, 3. And then we can check right here. Gibbs he finished 4th. Stage 1. Oh yeah, they did the pit stops. That's what it was. So it was first, third, fourth, and then second was Larson. He wound up catching in that catching Hamlin. Hamlin's car got so tight at the end of the first run that Bell caught him and then Larson caught him.
Okay. Is that when? No. That's not when. Because I know I'm gonna say I think Kyle Busch also him and
that was in the second stage. That I think Busch Larson or Byron. I think Byron might have used him as a pick and just went right by him.
Anyway, guys, I'm on Scooty.
See ya. But Hendrick, the first stage didn't really have much, and then all of a sudden you see all 3 of them in the top 5 in the second stage. So other than Chase, which unfortunately he was 4th, but then had had trouble on the left side of the pit stop in the second stage, dropped back to 8th, and then finished the stage 9th. So he did not finish the stage well, but yeah, you look at. I mean,
Larson also led the most laps, second most laps. I mean,
Denny.
So
Denny definitely won that.
134.
Yeah. Out of 267. So he led definitely literally exactly half. Yeah, exactly. Exactly half because it's an odd number. So he led over half the race. I mean, he played it as well as he could. I did not think that he would be able to hold. They made the right adjustments to where his car did not fall off at the end like it did in the first stage.
In the first stage on the he was definitely towards the end. He was getting passed and everything. Yeah. So you're right. Made the right adjustments, and then Chase was letting him down, but he was able to. Chase was letting him down. He was able to hold it on.
He was sweating.
That boy was coming, man. It was like. So it's funny. It was just like last week where Blaney has it, but it's like, see, Bill.
Does he have enough time?
Thank you.
Can he hold it? And both 2 weeks in a row now, they held it for just long enough.
No mistakes as well. I think it was like maybe with 3, then he did another line or something, chose another line.
What he was trying to do is when Chase gets that close, he's trying to take his line away. So he's trying to force Chase to have to run a different line to be able to gain speed. But it didn't really work for Hamlin because Hamlin wasn't fast on that line. So I noticed the whole race that Chase was able to just get back to the gas in 3 and 4 on the bottom way easier than anybody else. I mean, there were that time where they were all battling 3 wide right there. Chase was on the bottom and just he was able to pull ahead out of the turn. It's just they get to run down the straightaway and get to him. So he had more speed, and of course, with it being 3 wide, the car on the bottom is the least likely to be able to do anything because you have to keep your car down there. You can't let it keep the speed and travel back up because there's 2 cars up there. So you have to kind of use a little bit more wheel, keep it down there, and you lose the speed down the straightaway, giving the 2 cars on the top the chance to make that up. But that was one of the best parts of the race. I thought
that was one
battle
of the best parts of the race. You were right. It was so clean. I love seeing drivers do what they do best, especially at moments like that where you can definitely tell who, like, you can definitely, like you said, definitely tell these are some of the best drivers in the world, because just how that happened, how they were battling with Seabell, and then
Seabell, Larson, and Chase.
Seabell, Larson, Chase, and then at the end,
Byron,
Willie B comes up.
Yep, Byron,
nice little
with a little shove.
Has so much of a good run. Gave it up. I'm gonna help my teammate out. Real quick.
He helped the wrong teammate. Is all I gotta say. Look, he helped the wrong teammate. Willie B, come on, you know who the golden boy is at Hendrick.
So he came up and just gave Larson that nice shove to get him out of the middle, and then
he just gave him a huge shove, and Larson was able to get just enough on Bell, and then at that point you can let the car take the speed and just pull right up in front of him. And as soon as you pull up in front of Bell, he's out of the gas, because that dirty air is just going to send you right into the wall if you don't. So he has to let out. But I mean, overall, Hendrick added, I think, a much better day than they expected. This is one of since the next gen car, this is Chase Elliott's worst track. He has not led a lap, still hasn't today, or even he didn't lead any laps yesterday. Got very close. But it's his worst average finish, and has not led a lap at Vegas since 2020. So yeah, just the next gen has not been nice at Vegas for Chase. There have been times where he's just struggling 8 to 15th, somewhere around there. He's been caught up in a couple wrecks. I remember he was caught up in the wreck that he actually caused the wreck that made Tyler Reddick flip there a couple years ago. I think 2 years ago when Reddick did
the fall race when he just came through.
When he just went through the grass, flipped and kept driving.
Whoa, so, that was nice. Shout out to that cement paint scheme, that Jordan cement paint scheme, by the way. I love those Jordan paint schemes.
They are nice.
Personally,
my favorite was the all white, that one Talladega.
Oh yeah, the what was it? The Unbannable, was that the one where
I can't remember the name of it, but it was, Jordan Air Jordan symbol on the front.
Yeah.
I thought that car was
either that one or the I think it was the one he won Homestead in a couple of years ago. It was
I'd have to go back and look.
Grape and purple. It was beautiful.
And then maybe they should just keep running the Chumba Casino car, because
that's a winning car.
It's Vegas and you don't run the casino paint scheme.
I don't get that. When 2 of your drivers have you could split it, and no one ran, because Bubba ran the Xfinity.
Yeah.
So it was very funny.
Xfinity, I'm sure, paid a lot of money to put their
true.
There.
We love your sponsorship.
Yeah.
But it's just really funny when you do have a casino sponsor. You're in Vegas. You already got 2 wins. 2 wins. The Brickyard and then
Daytona 500.
So bring it on over. I would have never tasted the scheme.
Yeah, you got 2. You already got 2 crown jewel wins in the Chumba Casino.
Like,
come on,
come on, keep that money.
Was he not running the Chumba Casino at Coda? I can't remember.
I want to say he was, actually, though.
I thought he was.
I think he was.
So yeah, clearly you guys need to just go back to the Chumba Casino paint scheme. But
very clean race.
Very clean race. You look. There was one caution for cause, which that'll get us into that.
Yeah. Was Ricky pitting?
Ricky was definitely pitting.
Changed his mind, and
so I was listening to, actually, Cody Ware was right behind him. Mm-hmm. I listened to a video today of Cody Ware and his spotter talking. Literally out of 2 on that lap, his spotter tells him, hey, watch for people pitting ahead of you. We're getting into the cycle. And sure enough, I think he tells him to watch for hands out the window. Mm-hmm. Sure enough, Ricky tries to pit. Now, I have not gone too much back into trying to see if Ricky actually put his hand out the window there. I don't know if he did, but Cody Ware kind of expected that from behind him and was able to check up to avoid Zilich hitting Stenhouse in the back. So I don't know if Cody Ware saw it and that's why he was reacting to it, or if he just saw Zilich
just coming in hot.
Just getting loose because he's slamming on the brakes, trying not to kill Ricky Stenhouse.
Yeah.
But it's apparently a theme at Vegas. I mean, last year, Ty Dillon and William Byron when he was leading the race.
It was
Dillon
same
hits
thing,
from the
yeah.
second lane. This time, at least, Ricky was on the bottom of the track.
Yeah.
So Zilich was just too close to be able to react.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't know.
Come up too, and you know the air with these cars, and if you know that slight judgment, just
That, I mean, Zilich is a rookie.
yes.
I don't know how much he knows to look for that kind of stuff or look for other drivers' tendencies. Like, okay, some drivers will do it this way. Some drivers will do it that way. He's still learning. So who knows if Ricky did something that maybe he does normally do or he did put his hand out the window or just barely and Zilich missed it. But you'd think the spotter would maybe see it and let Zilich know too. So I don't know what happened, but I would chalk that one up to inexperience, to be completely honest.
Yeah, not as like I wouldn't blame him or all of a sudden get down on him, but yeah, no, I think just inexperience. You're right, probably just don't know the tendencies of Ricky, and you're moving out there, so
yeah. I mean, he's trying to get all he can from his car, which honestly the Trackhouse cars didn't really show up today. Expected more from them.
Yeah.
I mean, SVG lap 1 out of turn 4 almost wrecks himself.
Wrecks everybody.
Because he got tight out of 4 in the dirty air, went up the track. I can't remember who he bumped into.
I want to say Austin Dillon. I think Austin Dillon saved him from going too crazy when he got out, but you're right. I don't know who he
hit on the outside. Well, it was Chase Briscoe. He clipped Briscoe when he came back
Briscoe?
down.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was Austin.
No, he barely clipped Briscoe, and it allowed him to kind of catch his car from fully spinning. Maybe he would have been better off fully spinning and not breaking the splitter. I don't know.
Maybe so. You're right,
because he's had a tendency to spin this year. He's now spun 3 races in a row 5 times. Oh, well, actually, no, he didn't spin at Coda. At Atlanta, he spun twice, coming across Larson's nose. Larson coming across his nose, sent him into the infield. Then he got tight out of 4, went up into Logano, spun himself out. And then at Phoenix, he spins on a flat tire, and then he spins underneath Austin Dillon as well. And now we got a third race now that SVG's having to save his car. He's still learning. We understand that. And the other 2 races, he was able to come back and still get very respectable finishes.
The other 2 races, that's why I can't,
Both times he spun, he finished 11th, I think. Because I think he finished 11th at Atlanta, too.
Yes.
And then again at Phoenix, got out all the way back up to 11th. This race, unfortunately, when he spun out, the angle that he came down onto the banking is what I heard caused the splitter to pretty much not break, but get damaged enough to where they had no arrow anymore. And he just dropped like a stone.
Over. Yeah.
You ruin the underbody.
That
underbody. They even showed a graphic on the broadcast of 75% of the downforce on these cars comes from that underbody. Only 25% over the top of the car. So yeah, your underbody gets messed up at all, damaged, you're done. Which also kind of goes to show why Reddick was able to do what he did at Atlanta. With him having only the left front damage, it's like, okay, well, only a quarter of the air is going over the car.
Most of it is going under.
Most of it's going under. Nothing got messed up underneath. The front bumper was still intact, and he was able to still drive that car. But yeah, SVG dead last in this race. Took a tumble in the point standings, which we will get into.
Yeah.
But tumble in the point standings. Unfortunately, not a good race for him. He was, after being 5th in points through 4 races, this was supposed to be a solid track for him, knowing where he was running last year before he got caught up in the whole Ty Gibbs restart wreck.
Yeah.
But unfortunate for him. But even then, you got Trackhouse with Ross Chastain. Chastain got what, 17th? Yeah, 17th.
Looking at that, yeah.
Finished 17th on the day.
Flores finished 18th. Funny.
Yeah. Well, that was part of their
teammates anymore.
Yeah, right? That was part of their issue. So Chastain gets 17th. Coming into this race, Chastain had the 2nd best average finish of any driver in the field at Vegas. And so he was expecting more, I'm sure. Did not have anything there. Zilich wasn't doing well before, and
even before he had that spin.
I mean, you were behind Ricky Stenhouse and in front of Cody Ware. That's not really saying much. Sorry.
they better than me.
I don't know.
They be in the back, so I don't know.
But back to Chastain. So yeah, after the race, there was a little some pushing and shoving. Vegas seems to bring that out. I don't know if 9 years ago, I don't know if you know, Kyle Busch and Logano got into a fist fight after the race. So
is that when he had to come out and he was like, do the interview?
The week after. That was the week after. Yeah,
okay.
The week after, because they did. I think it was. I can't remember the track after. I want to say they did Phoenix after Vegas last time. And it was at Phoenix after that. But yeah, that was the infamous interview that he just repeated the same line. Thing. And I actually was listening again, one of the other podcasts. I think it was I can't remember which one it was now, but they were talking about that exact interview. It was the teardown, because Gluck actually was the one that got the fist fight on video, and he said it saved his career. He said it pretty much saved his career and was able to kind of get him back or keep him in the NASCAR scene from then on. But he was talking about how Logano, when he interviewed him, Logano said he was just in the hauler right behind Kyle Busch. They were in the hauler talking to, I think, Mike Helton at the time still. And both of them had the interview with him, and they were like, okay, you guys can go. And Logano's like, the whole media is just sitting out there waiting for them. And so Logano's like, nah, you can go out there first to Kyle. And he just stood in the holler listening to Kyle and laughing his butt off the whole time. Laughed as well.
That's hilarious. I love it when athletes do that. I know it can be annoying, I guess, for some people, but for me, I love it. It reminds me of when Beast Mode.
Oh yeah, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
There you go.
I'm
it's pretty much the NASCAR equivalent.
Thank you. It is so good. It is.
But Kyle's always been good at interviews. I've always
KFD baby.
Of course, now at this part of his career, he's not nearly as much because he is not. That is a terrible situation right now. Yeah. I mean, he is. I can't imagine he's having fun at all.
I can't imagine he's having
going out and driving a crap box every single week, and he can't do anything. 28.
28.
Yeah.
God.
2 laps down.
2 laps. God damn.
Of course, this race with all the green flag pit stops, there were multiple people getting caught lapped down at the with the Zilich incident. Because on that Zilich incident, it was just the first cycle of pits. So I think that they said Custer and Cindric were on pit road at the time of caution, but
they didn't.
So you wanted more clarification on this.
How is that?
How this works? If you are on pit road at the time the caution comes out, there are 2 ways you can stay on the lead lap, or even possibly come out. Well, stay on the lead lap, because if you go a lap down, you're going to have to take the wave around, and you're at the end of the field anyway. So there's 2 ways you can stay on the end, the lead lap if you're in the pits at caution. It is if you're pitting before the start finish line. If your pit box is before the start finish line, if the caution comes out, all you have to do is beat the leader to that start finish line.
Okay.
They're still, of course, going around the track, so you have to make sure it's quick. I've seen cars, all of a sudden caution comes out. They're like, oh crap, we're not going to take 4 tires, or we're not going to fill this fully up as we normally did. Get out quick and go.
Okay.
So, because even then, you can still do that, and either you could stay out, or then, now you cycle back around. You only have 2 left side tires left. You're on a 2-tire stop. You're passing everybody that's taken full. Okay. So you can still make that work. I've seen some heads up moves that way. But yeah, so if you beat the leader back to that start finish line, then you stay on the lead lap. Now, the other way is if you are after that start finish line, you have to beat them to the end of pit road. A lot harder, because now, especially if you're pitting right past the start finish line, you have that whole pit road speed to go.
You used to have to go pit road speed.
Yeah, you have to go pit road speed and everything.
Damn.
So
okay.
That's usually why, how people get caught. So you'll see those sought after pit stop selections are sometimes right before the start finish line, just in case that happens. At a track like Vegas, somewhere like Phoenix, that doesn't matter. Start finish line's past the end of pit road anyway.
Yeah.
But it used to be where Phoenix, that start finish line is on the back stretch. It was on the back stretch, so it would have happened there. only certain tracks that works at, but it is something that they take into account in pit selection, which 4 cars lost their pit selection this week. I don't know if you heard about those.
I did hear about some of that.
Yeah, it was Ty Dillon, AJ Allmendinger, William Byron, and one other person. Cannot remember. There's one other person lost their pit stop selection. What's up, Josh? Welcome. If you guys didn't know, I know we if you watch or listen to on Spotify or YouTube, we are live on Twitch right now, so we also do respond to anyone
if you say something
in the comments at all. So glad to have you guys here with us live. But yeah, so pit selection is a huge thing. So if you're past that, if you're right past that start finish line, yeah, you still got to go pit road speed. Now, say you're right before that start finish line, you can more than likely drop the car, floor it, hit that start finish line before ever getting up to pit road speed. And then it doesn't matter what you do. You can go 10 miles an hour the rest of pit road. You've already hit start finish line.
Okay.
That's where the scoring loop is. So Cindric, unfortunately, was pitting after the start finish line. So he did not. And then Custer, I think, was before it, but he had just hit pit road. So he hadn't even started his stop or anything. Yeah, and so he got caught a lap down too. Of course, they get the wave around, but then they're going back. They started at the end of the longest line that, depending on who else has to take the wave around too. I'm sure that was when Briscoe actually got the lucky dog on that one.
I believe so. Yeah,
that was
when they came back.
Which, yeah, all 3 Gibbs cars. We didn't mention. Well, we mentioned they stepped on their toes a little bit. 3 of the 4 Gibbs cars got speeding penalties on pit road.
Penalties. Briscoe got a speed penalty.
Briscoe got twice. Yeah, that is true.
Like
he actually got pulled over
before he hit the track.
Yeah. He got pulled over on the way to the track and tweeted out, "Hope this is a good. This isn't a bad sign for later." Sure enough, 2 pit speeding road penalties in the race, which caught him multiple laps down. I think he was at most 4 at one point.
I believe
it was at least. It might have been 3.
I think 3. It might have been 3. I think it was 3. He was down.
So it took him a while.
He is lucky he got the top 10 finish.
He was fast. He was one of the fastest cars on track on that at the start of that run. He leveled out at what everyone else was towards the end of it. But at the start of that run, he drove up from he started at the tail end. He was the lucky dog, so he drove up. The wave arounds do go behind the lucky dog. If you, I
do know that.
Yeah.
Right.
Those rules are weird. Where they line up and everything is. It messes me up in the sim all the time too. I'd have to look into that again, but I believe he restarted 18th in that, and then drove up to 8th. So cannot say enough about the drive that he had to just grind out the whole day, sit there multiple laps down for 2/3 of the race,
and not give up. And not give up. Keep focused. Keep it in. And
it's hard to do.
It's hard to do, but hey. You got a little speed up under your hood.
Which, clearly all the Gibbs cars were fast.
You got a little speed under the hood. It can make things a little better.
Yeah.
Because you're right. Kyle Busch 3 laps down.
A little different. You're done.
Yeah, you're done. You're done.
You're done.
But, he was laps. He was a couple laps. No, he was a lap down.
Briscoe.
No, Kyle Busch.
He wound up 2.
It was 2.
He wound up 2. Yeah, 267 laps for total, and he's at 265. So he wound up 2 laps down. Right around Cole Custer, which, like I said, he got. And actually, now that I think of it again, Custer might have already been a lap down when he started that pit. So I don't know if he even had an option.
I think he was already.
I think he was already a lap down. So the main one was Cindric, which Cindric did wind up on the lead lap, but tail end. He wound up 19th. Penske cars were not good.
Last car.
Second. Eric Jones is the last one.
Oh, okay.
But Penske did not show up today.
Not at all.
Penske did not show up ever since their car changes.
And I chose that bald fraud.
He gets you into it. He definitely.
One time I want to believe.
Just 2 years ago, he won this race. So
he did.
In the fall,
and pretty dumb was because it was coming off of him not sneaking in, but it was coming off of Bowman getting disqualified, right?
Was that at Martinsville?
Yeah,
because Bowman,
or was it the Roval?
Bowman got disqualified at the Roval. To let Logano come into the playoffs or stay in the playoffs, make the cut line of 8, and then he won it. He won at Vegas. Mm-hmm. To make it, I believe, to put himself into the Final Four.
Final Four,
that was.
So,
and then even then, this race last year, the spring race last year, Josh Berry, Logano,
Penske,
Blaney, all were fast. Now Blaney got caught up in a wreck, no fault of his own, but Logano and Berry were fast the whole race, and they just were nowhere to be found today. I mean, I never saw Blaney was the only one that was up there, and he was around he hovered around 8th to 12th pretty much the whole time.
I didn't see him get up to like top 5 or anything.
No, he was never above 8th, I don't think, other than when he started. But he just faded. I don't know if it was their setup, their long run setup,
I don't know if it was his long run setup, because it wasn't no major accidents or anything like that. So it was. They were 2 cars that did get caught, not a lap down, but they had to use the wave round to get a lap back on that Zilich. So they were at the tail end already, right there, trying to drive their way back up. So they made up what they could, but usually they are on the long run strategy. I mean, if you ever see long green flag runs, Penske's one of the ones that comes up there. One of the ones that can definitely hunt you down.
But hunt you down. They were not today.
They were not
and
today.
Logano 15th, Blaney 16th, and Cindric 19th. And then Barry,
Josh Berry
down
was
at 31st.
I am happy I didn't choose that man.
Yeah, Josh Berry has had
snip top 20. I want to feel like he was not having a good day.
I saw something. I think we talked about this last week, that Josh Berry has not gotten a top 5 finish since he won Vegas last year. That is now 36 races in a row without a top 5.
Whole year without top 5.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's an equipment setup, but he broke out at Vegas, and we were like, okay, this guy might be something.
Thank you.
And he is definitely more of a short track driver anyway.
And he's speed since Vegas too. I've seen a couple of, there were a couple of races there where he was still, kind of racing.
I want to say one was Iowa, where Byron had the long run and Barry was coming back up. I think he got up to like 6th or 7th on a long run, but if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, other than that, I mean, and of course his historically bad start to the playoffs last year couldn't do anything right.
Last place 3 straight times. That's
unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. All of them bad wrecks. Just very
Yeah, and then even starting second at Darlington, had a great quali, and then starts second, car bottoms out, spins out, and wrecks on lap 1. Literally turn 2 of lap 1. So unfortunate. But who knows? I mean, we've seen him fast before. We don't. Maybe they could put something together, but it's not looking good for them to make the chase at all.
I don't. I didn't have them. I didn't have Josh Berry and the Wood brothers making a chase.
No.
I was there. I was thinking 20th.
And there's no win in your end anymore, so
I didn't expect
just
that.
be like, oh, we'll sneak a win here and there and
get in. No, I pay attention. You ain't had good speed and everything.
Yeah.
So
it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Nice one. Nice one though. The RFK cars did great.
RFK did much better than I thought they would. I mean, of course, their bread and butter 2 years ago was intermediates. Of course, they didn't really do that well last year. I think Buescher didn't get a win last year. No, I'm trying to. None of them won a race last year. Trying to remember the one that he did win. I can't remember the track. It was Michigan. It was Michigan. Yes, it was Michigan.
Yeah, when he won by the.
Yep, it was Michigan. That was what I was trying to think. So those tracks have fit their style before, and Buescher, I mean, is just a solid.
Buescher's a solid.
He brings the car home.
Fuck with him heavy.
He brings the car home.
He does.
He does his job. He gets as much as he can out of it and brings it home in one piece.
As he says on the commercial.
Yeah, every turn matters. I keep hearing that commercial now, and I'm like, oh my god, him and Priest just sitting there.
So funny that I love the end when you're just staring at
it. Yeah.
They have good commercials. I'm sorry, tangent. RFK has some good commercials last year with the half off everything. With Brad Keselowski, he was like, "We're gonna take the sleeves off this. We're gonna start wearing shorts." And he was like, take the top off hats. And Chris was like, isn't that just a visor? And he's like, shut up, Chris. Like, oh man, they've had good commercials. RFK, shuts out.
But yeah, I mean, 3 cars in the top 11. I mean, Buescher 6th, Keselowski 10th, and Priest 11th. So I mean, much better showing than I thought.
It keeps them steady into the chase points and much weight, like really, really good. Still amazes me that Brad is out here driving this good with the femur.
Yeah. There was a video of him, no problem, after Phoenix, getting out of the car and walking over without a cane anymore. So at least he does have, nice. He hasn't walking with the cane as much, if at all, anymore. So that does help.
It's just wild that he's in, like, you would think that being in the car would shake him a lot. And you know,
I'm wondering if what happens if he gets in a wreck. That's
same, like he's been just super lucky of not getting. He didn't get caught up in anything in Daytona. Nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy. Nothing. He hasn't been in any crazy.
Like he hasn't hit a wall crazy or anything like that. So let's not give him the old spotter stand curse. But
hopefully, let's not start that.
Thank you. Let's not start that. But yeah, no, for someone who is injured and as bad as he is injured. It is really cool that he is able to still get these good performances. Like he has not had, and I don't any of the RFKs have just had an all out like bad race. Felt bad for Allmendinger, not Allmendinger. Sorry, Allgaier. Yeah, wasn't just. I was excited to see him in it in the full.
You think that someone with the experience that he has would do better than that? Not gonna lie. He was bad from the get-go. I mean,
he was bad.
It was not good. It was not good. And who knows if that car is set up still for Bowman and maybe Allgaier doesn't have the same type of driving style. Because if you saw twice, he got up into the outside wall on 3 and 4. So maybe Bowman doesn't like running the high line, and maybe Allgaier does, and that car's not really set up as much for that. You don't get much practice time anymore. Yeah. So there isn't much time to be like, oh, let's throw this guy in there and get his setup dialed in. It's sim time where you got to try and figure that out, and then the little bit of practice you get before quali. So it's a lot different than it used to be where if you know a reserve driver is going to be there, okay, we'll have the car set up for you the whole time. So unfortunately, he dropped to 3 or 4 laps down immediately. I mean, it was pretty. It was he had to make the unscheduled pit stop after scraping the wall. I think he was thinking he had a tire go down, or he was at least very up off the pace. I heard their spotter, his crew chief said, "Hey, just take it easy for a little bit. Make sure you're good. Are you good?" And Allgaier was like, "Yeah, I'm good now." And so then he went back full again after that. But
very sad,
because if you scrape the wall like that, not only could it damage your car, but it heats up the outside tires, the outside of the tire more than you think, to where you have to let that cool down. Otherwise, if you overdrive it, it's never cooling down. It's just going to keep getting hotter and hotter and less grip and possible blowout. Especially the easiest way to blow that out, of course, is if you bent in the fender and it's scraping the tire. But you could still blow it out without even doing that if you just overheat the tire too much and it goes flat. Okay. So yeah, you have to take it easy for a little bit. So yeah, not the showing that he wanted. Who knows if Anthony Alfredo would have had a better showing after what he was driving last week.
I'm going to blame the car. You know what? It's the 48 car. It's not the drivers. We're going to just take a different approach. I'm blaming the car. Car's on it.
Blaming the car.
Blame the car. Okay. Get the 48 out of here. Bring back another number.
The curse. Speaking of the 48, Bowman still out of the car due to vertigo, and I did get actual clarification. I did see them clarify, because Mike Joy was the one that tweeted that he wasn't sure that it was the vertigo at Coda. It was.
Okay.
It was. So that was what caused him to get sick at Coda. They were related. Now, whether there was something else causing the vertigo, they haven't released anything like that. But he is still out of the car due to the vertigo. It is not easy to come back from. If he the one thing they did clarify was it was not due to any concussions.
Yeah,
that was what he did.
They did say that.
So it wasn't due to a concussion or an accident on the track. It was something else. We don't know. They haven't released that, but I don't know when he's coming back. I mean, it's something that could linger for a while. It is similar to concussions where the symptoms could
keep
come back
on.
at a time you don't want them to. So
Hopefully.
it sucks. It is not something anyone wants to deal with.
Especially just not someone that has had these rumors and everything just swirling around them for the past fucking 3 years, you know, of like, oh, he's gonna lose his seat, oh, he needs to be better at this, and then all of
a sudden, in probably the most important year of your career,
you get hit with an injury like this, where it's like, damn, you don't know, you know, you don't know the recovery time, and when you're going to be able to get back in that seat, and you know, so.
And it's not something that you can just battle through.
Thank you. It's not,
and you cannot battle
like
through it.
Brad, where you know, okay,
I'll just tough this out.
I'll tough this out. I can still like. No.
Vertigo. If it comes out, your vision just goes out.
It's
I don't think you want someone driving a race car at 190 miles an hour.
Absolutely not.
It is not something that you mess with. It is similar to a head injury where you have to just take its time, make sure it's good. And like I said, I don't know if you'll ever know it's 100%. Because maybe something else was triggering it. Who knows?
Maybe
but
something else. Maybe he needs this time. I thought about that as well. Maybe take this time, rest, get your mind right.
The only thing is the longer you're out, the harder it's going to be for you to make any sort of playoffs.
Yeah.
Which it's not looking good.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
I don't think they're going to have that fourth car in there.
I agree. I'll pull up the points real quick for us. Driver points. There we go. They are Alex Bowman has 23 points, and the cut line is 117. So he has 94 points. 94 points out of the cut line right now. That's 2 full races.
And no offense to Alex Bowman, he could turn it up when he could. He could turn it up when he gets back, but
I don't think he's been able to turn it up.
I don't think he's going to be able to turn it up.
I agree. If he misses one more race, I think he's done. I think the playoffs are no more.
No more. I don't want him to rush back to try to get to that goal. No. Hell no. No. But I feel like if he misses next week, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
So just run. If you do come back at that point, just run good so you can keep your spot.
Yeah. Well, let's do that. So, what kind of speculation we got on who's taking the 48 if
Bowman leaves? I would love for it to be Raja. I know he's not ready.
He's not going to be ready. There's no way.
I give him 2 more years. Well,
one more year. This year and next. And I think that
might be ready.
So, with that in mind, do you think they just get a stopgap for a year? Just someone to fill the car for a year.
Maybe so.
Maybe even re-sign Bowman for a year. Just
give him an extra year. I feel like that's what happened with Trackhouse with Suarez. It's like we have
with Spire now that he has the 1 year deal with Spire. Yes,
it's like hey, we had you for. You knew Connor was coming up.
Yeah,
you knew he was coming up, and I'm not going to fire you, but either.
And they're not getting rid of Ross.
Thank you. We're not getting rid of Ross. They
put a ton of money into SVG now. It's like you're the odd man out here.
You better win the championship.
And he proceeds to finish 30th in points. So somewhere else.
Not good. But do I think I do think Bowman is a better driver. No offense to Suarez. I do think he's just a better driver than Suarez, but. Yeah, it's all about. I feel like now it's like they say it's job interview time. It's all about showing the people what you got.
I mean, I will be honest. There's a lot of contracts up this year. I mean, Larson already got extended, so I mean, we knew that.
We knew.
The Hendrick wasn't letting.
I doubt he is letting Larson, Chase, and now Willie B just brought. Yeah,
I think Willie's still under contract for another year. I don't think he's one of the ones that are up. I think. Yeah. I don't know if Chase is or not.
I think he's still.
I want to say he might be because you got to think he got into this.
2 more years left.
Because he's been driving that car since 15 now. God, it's been that long. I'm getting. Geez, I think it's been 15. Or was Gordon's last year 15? It might have been
Gordon's
16.
last year was 15.
Okay, then it was 16 that he took the 24. But still, 10 years. Yeah, time flies.
Time flies.
But so I don't know about that one, but there's a lot of open spots. We'll have to get into that once it gets closer to the middle of the season.
To the middle of the season,
of the season, where they start talking about driver contracts and everything, and give a better idea of point standings and like, okay, who might actually have a chance of losing
might
this?
Actually have a chance because even Daniel Suarez now, I'll take the 17. You've been running good. You haven't. It's not like I said. It's way better improvement than last year. Even through the first 5 races now, last year, he was already in the bottom.
So also with Suarez, like going back to what because we didn't touch much on it. The Chastain incident. So pushing and shoving after the race.
I love it, but
I mean, NASCAR fights after the race. Great.
Thank you. Give it to me all the time.
Jeff Burton freaking running, or Gordon just walking down the track all nonchalant at Texas. Just, hey, mate, let's go.
Yeah.
But NASCAR's not too far removed from having some fights after the race. So a little pushing and shoving. Chastain would not comment. Chastain did not make any comment on the situation at all to anybody. But Suarez did. And Suarez said that he kind of felt like they were never on the same page, even as teammates. And even in interviews, Suarez has said, like what we just talked about, Zilich on the way, SVG already under contract, not getting rid of Ross. He's the odd man out. Never felt like he fit in. Never felt like they gave him the chance that he thought he deserved. So with that, they were never really on the same page, never really teammates, as one would say, never really acted like it. And this year, I mean, this is 5 races in a row where they've gotten into it. I mean, you saw Bowman Gray. Suarez immediately gets into it right away with him.
Right away.
And then you saw at Atlanta, Suarez, who did he hit? I think he hit Chastain at that one. I think
he hit Chastain as well.
Or threw a nasty block.
Hello.
Salem.
Hello. Sorry, we have a guest.
Yeah, we had a short guest, a guest here trying to join the podcast. Didn't he spin someone? Did he spin Zilich?
He did spin Zilich. Was that last week?
No. It was at Coda. It was either he spun Zilich or he spun Chastain and I can't remember. But he was involved in
it. Was a trackhouse.
He spun a trackhouse car and it wasn't SVG.
It was not SVG.
Spun a trackhouse car at Coda as well. They've been in the middle of everything. And then, of course, then I think he had a run-in with SVG or someone at Phoenix, too. Suarez has found himself around those trackhouse cars every single race, and every single race there's been an incident with one of them. So I don't know if he's
puts you in these scenarios of but it's just funny how you find yourself in scenarios like that, because it was like that with last year with Josefar and Ricky after their first thing. Then for the next 4 weeks, they just keep finding themselves.
They find themselves next to each other.
Just keep, So it's funny how that's what they say. You race these people, not like other sports. Every team races every Sunday. You see them every Sunday. I'm going to be on your bumper every Sunday and or Saturday, but mostly every Sunday.
Mostly Sunday. And you got to feel like Suarez racing around those guys. He has a chip on his shoulder. He wants to prove that, hey, you guys made a mistake.
What?
Yeah. You guys made a mistake. I deserve that ride. I'm not giving any room. Who has the
closest finish in NASCAR history? Me. What are you talking about? I did that. So, I do feel like he is driving with a chip on his shoulder, and I would too. Like we said, it is just the pressure of knowing that 2 of your teammates aren't leaving. There's someone with a lot of hype coming up and fucking just coming up to take your spot. So once that happens, and once that get into your head, it's hard to come out. But now you got this new team, got a good ride, you got some
But those are more. Speaking of still Vegas, another team that didn't show up, Spire did not. I mean, Suarez, Vegas, he was kind of like a dark horse to maybe even, and Hocevar, maybe even a dark horse to kind of like, okay, maybe they'll be able to run up front. They were nowhere
to be seen.
No, I mean, they were 15th to 20th all day.
I know. I didn't see Michael McDowell until he broke up the fight with what's his name. I didn't see that man until he broke up the fight. Because he came in, he at the end.
You sure that was McDowell? I thought it was Busher.
No, that was McDowell.
Because
that was McDowell.
I'll have to look again.
I gotta go look at that again.
Because I could have sworn the guy standing in front of him was either a crew member, because he was a big guy.
He was a big dude. That's what I thought it was.
But he had a beard.
Oh,
and so that's why I know Busher's pretty big.
Yeah.
And so that's why I thought maybe it was him, but I couldn't get a good look.
Okay, I have to go see, and I'll text you about it, because I thought it was McDowell, because he was like, "Hey, bro, chill out." Yeah. You know. So it's
But yeah, so Trackhouse didn't really show up. Chastain, like we talked about, Spire didn't really show up. The ones that showed up were Hendrick and Gibbs. And then 2311 hung around.
2311 hung around. They did what they needed to do.
Bubba, yet another top. What did he get? Top 10
top
again?
10?
Was it a 10th place or did he fall to 11th? I can't. Let me pull that back up.
Yeah, let's pull it back up.
9.
No,
nine. Yeah. So another top 10 for
top
Bubba.
10.
Moves back into second in points. He's the only driver in the top 5. No, because Chase hasn't won either.
Chase hasn't.
The top 4 who has not won a race.
Yeah.
But he does have 2 stage wins. So the top 4 is, of course, Reddick, Bubba, Blaney, or did Hamlin pass Blaney?
No, Blaney's in 5th. I mean, Hamlin's in 5th.
Hamlin's in 4th. So yeah, Blaney, Blaney and Hamlin with that win jumps up. But we'll get into the points here in a little bit. But yeah. Also, I sent you yesterday, or maybe even earlier today, fastest pit stop in NASCAR history.
C. Bell.
Christopher Bell at 7.98 seconds. That crew, that's insane.
That's insane.
That's insane. 4-tire stop.
4-tire stop.
4-tire stop to get a set at 7.98 seconds.
So fast.
Of course, they don't fill the car. You cannot put full fuel in that in under 8 seconds.
In under 8
Not
seconds.
happening. Unless you took a longer stop beforehand and it was already had more in it than needed. So maybe they filled it up. I don't know, but still,
7 seconds
to change 4 tires in under 8 seconds is insane.
Even with because it's not the
it's a single lugs now.
Even with that, 7 seconds is crazy.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, you still have to get on the car, take the tires off, put them on, get around the car.
Make sure the jack isn't messed up.
So the big thing that I've seen, the big things that I've seen teams practicing, including Gibbs, is releasing the jack while spinning it around the car. So I don't know if you know how the jack works. Left drops it, right raises it. So they spin it when they're coming around the car. They spin it left to drop it again before they put it onto the car, and then they can turn it right and jack it immediately. So that's where a lot of time has been gained for the technique that's used.
They're so good.
They're insane.
I did not know that pit crew members were that talented.
Most of them are former athletes.
Yeah.
Are a lot of them college football players.
Yeah.
Like I think they showed Bell's crew after that.
Bell's crew, yeah. There was a couple of them that I know. One was like, I won the national championship.
It was it was Will Cooper. Yeah, because I looked him up after that. Will Cooper was on the 2017 Alabama national championship team. I think he was a linebacker. But a lot of them are former athletes, so they definitely know what they're doing, and especially the jackman and the fuel, the tire, the fuel carrier.
The fuel carrier.
I mean, those things are heavy.
So
you have to know what you're doing, and you have to be quick. And they were.
I didn't think it was that heavy, and then I actually looked at it, and then looked at the dude holding it. I said, "Oh, he's a big boy. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, no, that I couldn't do that."
Because not only do you have to pick it up, you have to lift it up.
Lift it up.
I mean, once it's locked in, you just tilt it. But you have to be able to lift it fully up above pretty much your head. They're athletes on their own. They are insane. And so new fastest pit stop ever, which got him the lead on that last stage. Unfortunately, Hamlin drove right around him. Off to an almost 2-second lead that eventually Chase narrowed down to half a second. So close. But pit stops are huge. I mean, if you could get on and off pit road that quick, you're gonna always gain spots. And Bell's crew is one of the best.
Bell's crew's one of the best.
They always do at the All-Star race. They'll do a pit crew challenge before that, so we'll see who winds up winning that. I would not be surprised if Bell's wins it.
I would not be surprised. Let's get into these points.
Get into the points. Okay. I was trying to think. I didn't know if there was something else that I wanted to touch on from the race. I don't believe so. Not that I can think of.
Well, like I said, it was a very straightforward race to begin with. It was very.
Oh well, we'll say that now. With it being straightforward, that tied the least amount of cautions on an intermediate track in the. I don't know if it was just the next gen era, or I think it's just the next gen era. Because before that, of course, before the stages and everything, I'm sure there were tracks intermediates that had one caution for the whole race or something. But yeah, in at least the next gen era, least amount of cautions in a full race.
Only one.
Yeah, one for cause. One two stages, cause. One for cause. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, beautiful. I mean, not as exciting. Of course, people like crashes. Not as exciting as the Phoenix race, which on the Gluck Good Race Poll got, I think, an 85, 86. One of the highest Phoenix races that there's been. That was a good race. Which this year in that poll, the first 4 races, I think the lowest was Coda.
Yeah. Coda wasn't bad.
Coda wasn't bad. I think it was 60%, something in the 60s. So just a really good start, honestly, to the year. And I hope that we keep it going. Vegas, a little bit of a drop. I don't think this is going to be as good of a race in the polls.
I don't think it's going to be one that we remember for a while, but it was a nice, solid race. A lot of people, bring your car back to us. That's all we asked for. Bring it back to us.
And then, of course, the post-race interview with Denny on the straightaway. This is the first race that his family was not at the 60th win last year. Mm-hmm. So this is the first win they've been back at for. And also, it's the first time I've seen his mom since the fire. Mm-hmm. So glad to see that she is doing okay. Not having any issues or that we are aware of. But that was definitely... I mean, you could hear it in his voice. He almost broke down.
He almost did break down
multiple times.
Yeah, so it
was nice just talking about his dad.
Were crying all. Yeah, no, it was nice. It was a very good emotional win. And like I said earlier in their year, and he even said so as well. You got that first couple races. I don't want to be in this fucking car.
Yeah. He's like, he didn't even know if he was good. He's like, it took him a few races to be like, I still want to do this.
I'm contractual obligated to be in this car.
It's Denny Hamlin and Joe Gibbs. I'm sure if Hamlin wanted out, Gibbs would be like, make it happen.
We got you, bud. No worries.
But and then also with that win puts him in no longer a tie for 10th all time, but he is the sole
the spot from Harvick.
10th all time in NASCAR wins. Broke it with Harvick. So, I mean, he's one of the top 10 now.
It's crazy listening to him. He's like, he was just saying that, he kind of doesn't feel like he belongs there.
I keep hearing it. I'm like, dude, like,
I know you ain't won a championship, but is that what you're basing this off of? 61 wins.
Yeah. You have 61 wins. It doesn't matter. You're now one of the top 10 winningest drivers ever in the sport. Ever. You are
that guy.
Now, are you on the Mount Rushmore of drivers? No. I mean, good luck getting there. Good luck getting there. But
61 wins is a lot, man.
And not to mention, he's gotten 24 of them in what, 5.5? Just over 5 years?
5.5 years.
He's won almost 5 races a year for the past 5 years. That's insane.
Insane.
To average that,
especially these last couple of years when everybody's like, "Oh, the career's on a downturn, his age." And
I've heard so many people talk. But you go back and very similar thing happened to Jimmy Johnson. He won the championship. Next year starts off the year hot with 3 wins in the first 5, 6, 7 races, something like that. Never wins again. So when Father Time hits you, it hits you like a brick.
Thank you. When it grabs you.
Yeah. And so it could happen at any moment, and you kind of just got to embrace these moments while you can. The next person on the list that he can catch, Kyle Busch.
Wow.
So Kyle Busch is at 63. I think he could easily
get that.
Now,
sucks that Kyle Busch can't try to push that up.
Now, another thing from that, at the time that Kyle won his championship, his last good year, I think it was 2019.
That was the last,
2019 was the last year he won the championship. Mm-hmm. Since then, at that time, Kyle Busch had 56 wins. Denny Hamlin had, what was it? 36. 36. There was no one thought that he would even come close to him. But Kyle's career went a different way, and Hamlin stayed at Gibbs. And
Hamlin stayed at Gibbs.
Who knows what happens if Kyle doesn't leave Gibbs and he's in these cars now?
That's true.
That's
true.
Things happen for a reason. Yeah, definitely not Kyle is not having fun. Kyle Busch to the 48 next year. You heard it here first.
Thank you. Kyle Busch to the 48. So, in the points, speaking of that, there is no change at number 1.
Nah, good luck ever changing that for another 10 races or so.
And he still had a pretty, not the best day today, but
no, he wound up 13th. But I think I told you, what I heard is he had a tire go down with either a lap or 2 to go, and just held on, or had one going down, dropped from 8th to 13th. Yeah. Still respectable. Still got stage points, so still did well, but not, of course, the finish that they wanted.
No. Bubba's second, 61 points behind. And Ryan Blaney, winner from last week, 67 points behind. Denny's in 4th, shouts out.
Denny jumps up, was it, 7 spots?
That's 7 spots. I believe he was 11th last week.
8. It's right here. Yeah, gained, lost. 8. So he jumped up 8 spots from 12th to 4th.
Okay. Chase Elliott,
he lost 1 spot, unfortunately, because he still no stage wins. Very little stage points today. There were a lot of people that Christopher Bell got a bunch of stage points today. Bubba got a good amount of stage points. Denny got stage points. Whereas Chase, with that bad pit stop, wound up 9th in the second stage. He was running 4th. You swap that for a good stage, and then Denny doesn't jump him at that point. So unfortunate. But still exactly what we said coming in this year. He is going to just be consistent and get the points, hopefully win a race. This one, unfortunately, didn't go his way. But then you got 6th. You got Christopher Bell, which, like I said, probably hope for a little bit better result of this race. I think he wound up, 5th?
5th.
I think he wound up 5th. Or did...
Check the app.
It might have been 4th.
I think it was...
Ty Gibbs was 5th.
Ty Gibbs was 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because Larson didn't drive back in. He finished 6th, I want to say. I was thinking, but Byron finished 3rd. Yeah. Yeah, so Bell 4th, Gibbs 5th. Which, speaking of Gibbs...
Yep, Gibbs was 5th, and, Gibbs was 5th.
Oh, where'd C-Bell?
C-Bell was...
Oh, no, that's not it.
This is not it?
No. Because it's saying, why is it saying SVG 36?
You know what?
You were looking at,
I'm looking at my favorites.
You were looking at your favorites. Okay. I was like, where is he?
No. C-Bell was 4th.
Yeah,
Ty Gibbs was 5th. Okay.
Which, speaking of Ty Gibbs,
what the fuck?
Speaking of Ty Gibbs, though, another week without a win. Another 3rd straight top 5, though. I mean, is he finally coming into his own?
My man's is in the top.
He's in 10th.
Rounds out 10th.
He's in 10th in points, and that's 3 straight.
Thank you. Has had a great season so far.
Other than he started off slow because he got caught up in he hard hit at Atlanta. The outside wall, trying to make a move. But yeah, Coda, Phoenix, Vegas, all top 5s. You can't. He's showing it now.
Mad at that. Thank you. Can't be mad at that.
Especially with all the Gabe Hart Spire allegations going on with Ty under fire for talking about now I'm with the right people. Well, it's shots at Gabe Hart, I guess.
Yeah.
And with the fact that Gabe Hart was saying that Gibbs was not going to meetings, there was a lot of preferential treatment last year, even with him not running very well. And then, of course, the whole Gibbs Hamlin incident in New Hampshire. So that
would have been, like I said, would have loved to have been a fly on the wall on that Monday morning, man.
So, but Gibbs is, whether or not they're just making sure that he's like on top of everything right now, but it's showing.
It's showing.
The results are showing, speaking for themselves. You got Seabell in 6th, Kyle Larson the 7th. You starting to see the big names back up there,
moving back on up there,
sneaking their way back in there. Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's not a single person in that top 12 that I wouldn't expect have a chance at that. Priest, McDowell, Hocevar, 13, 14, 15. Now you're getting into the weeds of like anyone could make
anyone
this,
can make it. You know, you gotta show a little. So like, I don't think Noah Braxton would be here.
No, but
I did believe that Ryan Priest was going to be here. I did believe McDowell and Carson was going to be here. So
yeah. And then so
SVG with that dead last finish.
Yeah, drops from 5th to 16th.
God,
5th to 16th. Not exactly the day that they were looking for.
No, not at all.
Especially with it being, like I mentioned earlier, a track that he did well at before getting caught up in the wreck last year in the fall race. So, unfortunate for him.
Very.
Don't exactly have a road course coming up anytime soon either. He's gonna, and next week is not an easy track for
where we at?
Darlington. We're in Darlington next week. And I don't know if you heard Denny on his podcast last week talk about Darlington. He's expecting, okay, so with the new package at the short tracks and Darlington, the horsepower and the diffuser's gone.
Dang.
So Denny said he's expecting 4 seconds of tire fall off of time on these cars at Darlington. He said they're insane to try and drive. You are going to want to watch Darlington. This track is this race is going to be,
and it's already shaped awkwardly.
It's already a hard track to drive.
Thank you. It's already a hard ass track.
I don't think the horsepower is going to make too much of a difference. Other than, I mean, this is a bigger track for that. Mm-hmm. So the longer straightaways, you will have more entry speed into these corners. Mm-hmm. Tires are going to matter. 4 seconds of fall off. That diffuser, you don't have the downforce helping you as much as you do on the other tracks. So it's going to be all this track is going to be driver skill 100
to your wheels, baby. Because
Briscoe said that he's been running it on the sim and he's like, I'm wrecking every 2 laps. It's like, damn. It's that hard to keep these cars under control. So you're definitely going to want to watch Darlington. And I think you're going to see a lot of the heavy hitters, a lot of the really good drivers, wheelmen up there. Not the ones that maybe we'll just sneak one in there.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So going to Darlington next week. But so our points picks this week.
Like I said, I chose the bald fraud for Las Vegas.
That's his name now. From now on in this podcast is the bald fraud. If you don't know who we were talking about, it's Joey Logano, the only bald man that just happened to appear.
Can't think of anybody else who's bald. SVG's kind of bald.
But yeah, he's just old though.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's just older. But I can't believe.
And that Australian heat, I'm sure you can't have hair that much hair down there. but yeah, you took Logano, finished 15th. I took Willie B, who I thought after that second stage had the car to beat on the long run. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately only got third. Okay. So it didn't get me 2 points, but he did get me an extra point for having that highest finish.
Sad. We have not erased that one.
It's Dakota was the only time.
I am really.
You're
really
full 2 wins behind that.
Thank you. Really cowbushing it right now.
Or Chase Briscoe.
You know what? I'm really Chase Briscoing it right now. Hopefully we can bring it back. We're going, like you said, we're going into Darlington. It is a wild card race. Just at least you choose a winner.
This is gonna be a tough one. This is gonna be a tough one. Let's go to Darlington, like we're talking about. It's gonna be a lot about driver skill. So, hey, you get first pick. You're still last. So
Kyle Larson.
That was who I was gonna take if you didn't.
Yep. No.
So you're gonna try and make the comeback right now.
You try to make the comeback.
You're gonna try and make the comeback right
now.
Oh, you didn't really give me much time to think about this.
I had this. Once you said that about Darlington, I was like, "Yep, I'm going with."
You didn't.
Going with the boy.
I might have to go with your boy.
Oh,
I might have to go.
He could back to back it.
He could back to back it.
Back to back.
I'm thinking though. If I'm thinking wheelmen, really good drivers, because Kyle Larson's gonna win it or wreck it. That is one thing.
That's also why I'm picking him.
Kyle
I could
Larson
either win this beautifully, or we're going to be talking about Kyle.
Because I mean, even last year he wrecked twice. On his own.
So, the boy likes to get that close to the wall.
So. He does. And Darlington, I mean, the famous Darlington stripes, you're going to hit that wall.
You're going to hit that wall.
It doesn't matter. So. But it doesn't do too much to these cars. It's one of the things that I might go someone off the wall here that I think needs a good finish and is going to come out swinging.
Okay.
I'm going to go Ross Chastain.
Okay.
I'm going to go Ross Chastain.
I can see that. You're right.
I don't know, maybe, but we'll see. So yeah, we got Kyle Larson versus Ross Chastain at Darlington.
I either this could be a really good race, or he crashes in stage one.
Yeah,
he can be.
He could pull a Josh Berry and crash.
Or he's crashing stage 1, lap 1, maybe lap 10. Like if he's
give it a little bit,
it's going to be early and heartbreaking. But like you said, just with driver skill, might as well go with who we say
we
drive anything behind.
Multiple people say is one of, if not the best drivers on
the planet,
the grid. So and yeah, I mean, talking about running, he ran IndyCar. Talking about possibly could run F1. Who knows? But
I'm with it.
There's a lot that goes into having to get an F1 super license. So that's probably off the table. But people say, I mean, when you're getting mentioned by Max Verstappen, you're a good driver.
You're a good driver.
You're a good driver. So, anyways, that's gonna be our picks for this week. Also, if you guys do follow us on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it nowadays, I did share the NASCAR Fantasy League on there, where you could join us, make your picks, 5 picks every week. Also 4 featured matchups, which I don't know if you noticed. I won all 4 of my featured matchups.
I don't think you sent me a picture of your feature.
Nice. But we can discuss that. But yeah,
I only had like 2. We're not on top.
But you pick 5 drivers and you just get points based on their points for the race, and you have a limited amount of uses per the year. It resets at the playoffs, so you get 10 prior, 5 after, I believe. So right now, I think I just passed you in our points. After missing a race. After missing a race,
I gotta stop believing in these bums.
I mean, I had 4 of the top 5. Literally points this week, and then Briscoe, who came back.
What did I have? Let me go look at that.
You had Bubba and Reddick, who's solid days but not great, and then you had the Larson, Byron.
It was Logano that dragged me down.
And Logano. Yeah, you went with your boy on your pick, and
and I chose Austin Cindric in my garage.
Oh, that doesn't matter. You don't get points for that.
I thought you get points for that.
That just means you can swap them out quickly. The garage really doesn't do anything.
Didn't Willie B. Yeah,
I mean, really
only
solid.
Kyle Larson and Willie B. really did.
Yeah, they were 2 of the top 4 in points, because I had both of them as well. But yeah, I didn't go with my boy Chase because Vegas is his worst track, and I was like, I'm not going to use him here. Oh
yeah, he was in my. I took him out of my. You're right. I took him out of my lineup because we talked about it. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And then second place.
But if you get the share link, I'll probably share it again this week if anyone wants to follow and join. But thank you guys for tuning in. We are live. Unfortunately, this week it was a little bit later. Hopefully next week it will be 7.
It will be 7.
We will tweet it out if we are going to be late, so just keep an eye on that. But live on Twitch every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. If not a different time, we'll let you know. Watch out for
the replays on YouTube.
Catch the replay of the VOD on YouTube. It'll be uploaded tomorrow. We got Spotify as well. Anywhere you get your podcast, Spotify or Apple Podcasts, we are on there. Be sure to follow us, and listen to us wherever you get those.
Thank you for joining us this week.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Drop that subscribe, like, everything that you possibly can to support us. We appreciate it all. And we will be back next week with hopefully a Ross Chastain win at Darlington.
Hopefully a Kyle Larson. Kyle, don't you let me down.
He tends to do that.
He tends to do that when you don't need him. But you know what? It's okay. I want to believe.
Well,
I want to believe.
Congrats to Denny for this win. Congrats, Echo, for being the Denny fan. Hopefully, Chase, you get yours coming. Showing a lot of speed.
Hell yeah.
I like it.
A lot of speed. Let's get it.
We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you. Yeah, have a good